Water levels are improving thanks to recent fall rains. A new tool lending program is helping residents spruce up their homes, and the holiday season is in full swing. Find out how you can help make a young person's day brighter. These stories and more coming up on this edition of Tacoma Report. Hello, I'm Anita Gallagher. The Tacoma Police Department is gearing up for its annual Shop with a Cop program. Each year, low-income children are nominated through the Tacoma Public School District to go on a holiday shopping spree with Tacoma police officers. What started out with just a handful of kids 25 years ago has now grown to almost 90 this year.
The kids and their families are so excited. A lot of them don't know what to expect. Their interaction with the police is not always positive by any means. A lot of times we've had to go and take the parents to jail or take a family member to jail. A lot of times these kids have been taken away from their parents by the police or by CPS. So their perception of the police isn't always positive. So this is the one day where we can really make a positive impact with these kids. And so when we get there in the morning, we get there at 6:30 in the morning, and they are raring to go. The families are so excited. And then when we bring the kids home, the look on their faces when they come in with these armloads of gifts for their families who normally wouldn't have anything for Christmas. A lot of times the parents can't even talk because they're crying so hard. But the kids are just so proud that this is something that they get to do with an officer, and they get to help the family for Christmas. So it really is priceless. About 80% of our funding actually comes from the officers themselves. They do a payroll deduction program throughout the year, so that's the bulk of our funding. We also get a grant from Target. We get some money from the Tacoma Rainiers. The last 2 years they've done a first responders night, which has increased our budget substantially. And then we have donations throughout the community. People just send us random checks. And then we have the retired officers. They still donate. So it's a variety of different funding, but the majority do come from the officers themselves.
If you'd like to donate to this program, you can mail your tax-deductible contribution to the Tacoma Police Department. Attention, Shop with a Cop. There's nothing like a free showing of a holiday film to get you in the spirit of the season. Mark your calendars for the next Click Family Flick at Tacoma's Grand Cinema. On Saturday, December 19th, Click Cable TV presents a screening of the 2011 animated film Arthur Christmas. The film starts at 10 a.m. and admission is free. Seating is limited and children must be accompanied by an adult. As you prepare to decorate for the holiday season, Tacoma Power reminds customers of a few helpful tips to avoid safety hazards. Before decorating, inspect light bulbs and wires for damage and do a plug-in test. Make sure your lights, extension cords, and timers or sensors are rated for outdoor use if that's where you plan to put them. Also check to see that they carry the UL certification. Weatherproof plug-ins and GFI protected outlets provide additional safety. Don't use a stapler to hang lights because it could damage wiring. Remove decorations right after the holidays because sunlight can eventually deteriorate wire coatings. Consider switching older light strings with LEDs to save power. Impressive floral displays await you at the Wright Park Conservatory. The lavish festive Victorian holiday exhibit runs December 4th through January 10th. The collection features poinsettias grown locally in Tacoma at the Point Defiance greenhouses. Visit the Metro Parks Tacoma website for more information. As you do your holiday shopping, it's important to stay safe. Maria Lee has this report on what you can do to protect yourself from vehicle prowls.
Theft from a vehicle or vehicle prowl is a crime of opportunity. This holiday season, the Tacoma Police Department wants to remind you not to give anyone the opportunity to make you a victim.
And during the holidays, the opportunity is no greater simply because everybody's going shopping. People are staying at hotels because they're visiting family and friends, because they're going out to dinner a lot more simply because of the holidays. So vehicle prowls is much more prevalent around that time of year.
There are a couple of easy ways to protect yourself. Always try to park in safe, well-lit areas, and make sure you hide anything a thief may find valuable before you get to your parking spot.
Car prowlers is what we call them, are actually watching you when you pull into whether it be the mall parking lot, a strip shopping mall, or a restaurant. The thieves are already there, so they're watching you get out of your car. They're going to watch to see if you take off your purse, take off a camera, put it in the trunk or whatever. So they're there ahead of time and they know what to look for.
The number one easiest, most common sense way to protect yourself? Securely locking your car. It's also good to limit the amount of personal information you keep in your vehicle to protect yourself from other related crimes such as identity theft or fraud. If you see something suspicious, be sure to call 911 so that the Tacoma Police Department can address it. For Tacoma Report, I'm Maria Lee.
For more information on vehicle prowls, visit the city's website. Up next, I'll be joined by Rebecca Salverson to discuss the Tacoma Tool Library. Don't go away. A new program will soon be launching to provide residents access to a variety of tools for home repair use. Here to talk about the Tacoma Tool Library is Rebecca Salverson with Community and Economic Development. Welcome to the show, Rebecca.
Thank you.
So what is the Tacoma Tool Library and what need does it fulfill?
The Tacoma Tool Library is just like a book library, but for tools. So we have a collection of household tools, auto tools, yard tools, even things like sewing machines for members to borrow. It was started by a group of volunteers in Tacoma, and the project is really all about access and sustainability. So providing people with access to tools they don't have in their homes or they don't want to buy. And we will also be offering workshops once we open. So you can learn things like how to sew a hem on your jeans, how to build a raised garden bed, things like how to earthquake-proof your home or make your home more energy efficient. And the project is also all about sustainability, so it's about getting tools out of the waste stream, fixing our own tools, and not needing to own every single tool all ourselves.
That makes sense, and that's really exciting. So where will it be located and when is it expected to open?
The tool library is located at 1314 MLK right now in Tacoma. We're hoping to open in late January. Right now we are building out the space and collecting more tools. We need more tools to open, but are getting really close. So feeling good about a late January open.
So you mentioned that you're accepting tools now. So what tools are needed and how can people donate those tools?
So our greatest need right now is for good working power tools, but we take all tools except for gas powered. We have a couple drop-off days coming up, Saturday, December 5th, Sunday, December 6th, and Sunday, December 13th from noon to 3 at our space, again, 1314 MLK in Tacoma.
Well, thanks so much for the update on that, Rebecca, and we'll be looking forward to seeing that open in January.
Thank you so much for having me, Anita.
After the break, we'll find out how Tacoma's homeless shelters are preparing for the cold weather. With the weather turning cold, windy, rainy, and a chance of snow in the forecast, homeless shelters in Tacoma are coming together to expand shelter resources during inclement weather season. Each day, more than 250 families and over 400 adults seek shelter in Tacoma. With the help of extended resources, shelters will be able to provide an additional 200 beds to people seeking shelter. The shelters are in need of donations such as snacks and bottled water, clothing, hygiene products, and monetary donations for the purchase of mats, cots, and other operational items. To find out if inclement weather has been declared in Pierce County and to find shelter information, call 211. Tacoma voters approved Initiative Measure 1B on Election Day, increasing the minimum wage for most employees who work more than 80 hours per year within Tacoma city limits. It requires employers to phase in a minimum wage of $12 per hour over 2 years, adjusted annually thereafter by the rate of inflation. Community members are invited to attend an upcoming public hearing to learn more and share feedback. There will be 3 more public meetings, all taking place at the downtown Tacoma Public Library. More information, as well as the option to subscribe to email updates, is available at the city's website. 2 out of 3 new private sector jobs in this country are created by locally owned businesses, and they're the backbone of our economy. In Tacoma, this holiday season, be sure to shop local. Small Business Saturday is on November 28th, so let's show our locally owned businesses our support. For the 34th year in a row, the Lobster Shop on Ruston Way opened its doors to provide a free turkey dinner with all the fixings to seniors in Tacoma. Owner Denny Driscoll says it's his way to give back.
Making a living, I said, it's very unusual. To stay in this business for 36 years, and I said, I suppose that's a blessing that as you're talking about, and I'm also able to continue to do this. Seeing the smiles on people's faces, and when I approach the table, saying, Happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, and their eyes kind of light up, and just they thank us for making them feel special and that somebody cares.
The Lobster Shop staff volunteers to bring a little extra special joy to people who might otherwise not get to celebrate a holiday meal with friends. The restaurant closed this year for lunch on November 16th to provide 2 meal times to qualifying seniors. When we come back from the break, we'll get an update on the water situation. The region's water supply status is improving with the arrival of our fall rains. That's good news for Tacoma Water and its customers. During October and early November, 21 inches of rain fell in the Green River watershed, which is our main source. As a result, Tacoma Water is no longer asking people to reduce their water use. During our dry summer, Tacoma Water customers saved water by curtailing yard watering and using less water in homes and businesses. Their efforts to stretch the water supply made it possible to meet customers' needs and those of the fish in the Green River. Still of concern is the ongoing El Niño weather pattern that could mean a lower snowpack, which could impact next year's water supply. While the request for voluntary water use reduction is lifted, Tacoma Water still encourages customers to use water wisely and not waste it. Check out the water-saving tips at Tacoma Water's website. Even with colder weather setting in, there's still a desire for fresh, locally grown farm products. The Proctor Farmers Market is Pierce County's only 4-season market. Their regular market season is open every Saturday until December 19th. Winter market hours move to every second Saturday, starting January through March. Check them out all year long for all your local farm-to-table shopping needs. Welcome home the salmon at Swan Creek Park on Saturday, December 12th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. This all-ages event includes children's activities, tours of the park to see the spawning salmon, and home and gardening tips that are salmon-friendly. Attendees will see firsthand what a watershed is and what we can do to protect this valuable water resource. For more information and directions, visit the Metro Parks calendar of events. The winter edition of EnviroTalk will arrive in customers' mailboxes in early December, but residents can get a sneak peek by viewing it online now. This issue includes a feature on the city's new CNG trucks, answers questions about timber trespass, and highlights an easy green smoothie recipe to enjoy in the new year. Also featured is the garbage, recycling, food, and yard waste collection schedule for north and south routes. Visit the EnviroTalk webpage to view this edition today. Recently, the City of Tacoma's Planning and Development Services Department was presented with a Lifetime of GMA Achievement Award. Tacoma was selected as one of 8 jurisdictions across the state that represents the greatest efforts to envision and plan for their future. Between 2007 and 2015, the city won the Governor's Smart Communities Award 5 times for their signature planning and partnership projects. This accomplishment leads to the receipt of this Lifetime Achievement Award. For more information on planning and development services, visit their website. Nominations for the City of Tacoma's annual City of Destiny Awards, which spotlights exceptional volunteers who have worked to drive Tacoma forward, are being accepted now through January 22nd. Eligibility requirements for each of the award categories are available on the current nomination form, which is available in hard copy at various Tacoma Public Library branches and the Tacoma First 311 Customer Support Center on the 2nd floor of the Tacoma Municipal Building. It's also available to download at the city's website. Well, that wraps up this installment of Tacoma Report. A great way to find out about the services the City of Tacoma has to offer is by going to cityoftacoma.org. Thanks for watching. I'm Anita Gallagher.